hang on the art show wall. Or if I did, you'd go, yuck. And I can't run in the Beta Break Breakers with you. So words are my dishes to offer you. Bon appetit. Now I'd like to start off with a poem that I wrote to Rosemary. To Rosemary. How to fully thank Rosemary for all she does. Cards and thank yous are not enough. Should I stand on my head and say thank you? Or grow extra large roses? I need to figure out how to thank Rosemary adequately. Medical to-dos. My life is so full of medical to-dos. Floss teeth, clean eyeglasses, do physical therapy exercises, take meds and vitamins. Medical to-dos, termites eating at the fabric of my time. When is there time to have plenty of time to do as I choose? When is there plenty of time to just do nothing? To splash shining silver minutes around me in a refreshing way. Well, here's a poem. I was over at the Panhandle Park over on Fulton and Masonic. And this poem came to me. I didn't sit down and write it. It actually came to me, the poem. And here it goes. Dog with 4 white socks in the park this morning. He went outside with his socks on. And the man walking him wore white tennis shoes. Also a bright red car parked under a bright red bougainvillea bush. You know, sometimes when I'm over, I have to remember to take my pencil and pen. Otherwise, I have to call my poetry in on the cell phone, and it might be windy, and then I get home, and oh my gosh, between the wind and the words, you know, which is the poem and which is the wind. So I have my little pencil pouch right by the door. And here's one that I wrote for you all called, I wrote poems by the beach. And I just wrote this just a little while ago. I wrote poems by the beach and it was windy. A breeze snatched the poem and stole it from me. The poem was about the beauty of the area, so it wasn't really mine. It was just a poem praising the area and celebrating its power. So it wasn't really mine after all. The grabbing wind's claw took it home. Back again to Panhandle Park. Dancers in the park. Trim pointed pointer dog, studied moves so carefully, no extra skin. Pointer dog pointing, and like a Tai Chi artist who also measures movements. They seem to be so aware of each other, as though partners dancing in space. This I wrote on one of my poetry expeditions. Wide windshield of my mind got a bug of worry stuck, and so my eyes focus on the bug of worry, and not on the wide, clean expanse. Why? Try as I might to clean off the bug of worry, it remains, stay, smudging my view. I wonder if any of you are like that sometimes. And another recent one, oh, how I wish I could simply peel myself like peeling shrimp and shedding my covering to find the younger me again. This one I wrote the same day as the other. The wind is tickling my brain, sometimes holding it, sometimes patting it. The wind changing my thoughts and feelings like of a ping pong ball. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to just go out to the beach and just be very still and let the energy from the ocean come in. And as I said, bring the poem to me. Bring the poem to me. Like Autumn Platter. I was out at Land's End today, just waiting for the poem to come. I often think that all I am is a messenger. You remember those old telegraph messengers with their little hats? and only they deliver the message, and I feel like I'm a telegraph messenger delivering the point. The thirsty brook. The thirsty brook holds waters in its cheeks and gargles it with force. The ocean has so much water, far further than the eye can see. But here is the thirsty brook. As parts of the brook, the water is quenched and dried up, while the ocean has so much more water, more than eyes can see. This brook comes as it skips along, skipping and humming a happy tune. Living on the seesaw of fate. The grimmer the news becomes, the more sweet your kindness is. The more losses I endure, the sounder your presence feels. Living on a seesaw of fate. The up balances the down, but the down bumps on the hard concrete surface of the playground. This poem I see many times when I go over to the Panhandle Park. Those trees there are so big, it's so huge. I understand in the 20s that was a very fashionable area, and they planted enormously wonderful trees that are still, especially in the afternoon when the wind blows. Tree shadows in the park. Tree shadows dancing on the dance floor at the park. Tree shadows like to dance in afternoons when the wind comes. Different colored shadow dancers, some dark, some light, some formal. I can hear the shadows' feet tapping on the cement. Some stay on the side of the park, others flop lacy slips from under their skirts. Some will wink at me, others don't. The ocean claws its way to the shore with sharp-pointed claws, a lion creeping to shore on its belly and slinking movements. I'm here in perfect balance. There are no claws arched in me, just relaxed arms flat on the sand. Now, here's a sign I saw in Mendocino, and the sign says, "Please stay out of this rare plant area to allow sensitive species to reseed. Flowers create seeds for the next generation. Do not pick them." I took a picture of the sign, I'll show you. I relate to this sign at the Federal Beach. I need at times to put a fence around me so I can rejuvenate, to recalibrate myself. Like these plants, I am sensitive. This was also up in Mendocino, whale watching. Today, August 23rd, 2018, is my mother's birthday, and she was 116. I saw whales spouting over and over, whales' flukes waving at us. They would spout, and we would screech, "Ah!" I love this connection with nature. Whales live underwater. I live in the city, in a human file cabinet. But today was connected with spouts, and ah! Has anybody here ever seen a coyote here in the city? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Today, Wednesday, August 2nd, I saw a coyote up close. And the coyote saw me. Coyote so worried looking and skinny. Did somebody disturb his home? His face crying, his body wiry and windblown. Coyote walked away. Then we met again. So much to talk about. So much to share. Fog tumbles in. Fog tumbles in. Ocean becomes sky. Sky becomes ocean. I'm surrounded by big, gray, furry cheeks of ocean, sky, and me. This is on the way back from one of my poetry expeditions called Bingo Trip. Whales spouting, urethra singing, lighthouses sending light, endless beauty of ocean and meadows, and endless huge trees. All in 24 hours. The beauty keeps unrolling endlessly. Okay, this one I promise is true. A squirrel stepped on my toe. A squirrel stepped on my toe. The closest connection with wildlife I've ever had. His foot on top of my toe, and I was wearing sandals. No shoes covering my feet. Ocean tickling the docks. Beautiful harp music surrounded sound harp music. Foghorns the bass. If I sit still for a long time, other instruments play along with singing gulls. When I was a toddler, I would run to the ocean to see surf. My aunt had to build a cage to keep me home. Now I'm an old lady and I still want to go to the ocean, but there's nothing to stop me. No cage, no loving aunt. Now I have a friend who drives me to the ocean by the fastest route. I'm in a meadow of time and quiet. I'm in a meadow of time and quiet. Here poems come and can be planted and grow. Ideas do not get snuffed out by scurry of speed or activity. In this meadow, they can stretch and walk, maybe wobbly at first. I'd like to read this one again. I'm in a meadow of time and quiet. Here poem ideas can be planted and grow. Ideas do not get snuffed out by scurry of speed or activity. In this meadow, they can stretch and walk, maybe wobbly at first. San Francisco is dying, right in front of my eyes. Streets torn up like on a hospital operating table. Construction workers look like surgeons. We stand around the bed of this, old timers, old friends of San Francisco. The heartbeat is slowing. The pulse of the true San Francisco fading. A cancer-like flight is taking over. High rises, Uber, Lyft, and bikes, eating at the calm that once was. San Francisco is dying right in front of my eyes. Candlestick Park, a graveyard now of bones and remains, echoes of what was when alive. What's left and what's gone, mystery of choice. I never knew it when it was alive, vibrant and alive. All that's left is driplets, echoes. I come for the first time to remains, like visiting Pompeii. Moon poems. This was also written quite recently. A live moon bouncing from in front of us, behind the trees, hides. Lively moon's arms outstretched, wanting to hug. We drive along. The moon plays peekaboo. Come back, moon, I miss you. Moon waited for us when we went into the grocery store. Now it's back and looks like a giant-sized pizza. Moon bounces along by our side. Youthful, energetic moon staring at us, hanging still and staring. The moon has turned into a wine pitcher, pouring golden wine, making me light and giddy. When I was a toddler, I used to say, moon, light moon, light moon, light moon. I always wanted to go see the light moon. And I've always enjoyed writing about the moon, reading about the moon. I guess I'm a moon poet. Old moon, I still hang by you. You have lost body parts and gotten old and wrinkled. No more do you radiate energy. I'm old too. But you've always been my friend, and we will always be friends. Silence in the redwoods. I really thank you so much. I just really, really feel like a pig in mud. I'm having the best time here with you all. Thank you. I just have to stop and thank you. Silence in the redwoods. Silence in the redwoods mattresses me. Redwood trees, soldiers of strength. It hurts when people have carved initials on fallen trees. It's very still here until a massive tree falls. Pine needles falling, tears of redwoods. They are old and have felt much loss. The waves roll over in the bed of ocean, longing for being held by a lover. I hear the waves moaning and its heart pounding. I sigh and lots of oxygen from today tumbles out. My deep breathing calls the ocean to come. The sun can't sleep. It's getting harder and harder for it to get to sleep. The moon is off, sound asleep. Grieving. And I wrote this one on an angle. One silver tear crawled very slowly out the corner of my eye. Slowly it crawled like a soft caterpillar down my cheek. This poem I wrote over at one of those windmills over in Golden Gate Park. I was with a friend and he got talking on the phone and I was just sitting there waiting for him to stop talking. And then again, this poem came to me. I can't really say I wrote it, it came to me. Bees rolling in silver petals drunk with pollen, wanting more pollen and more pollen. I'd like to be a bee rolling in silk petals, drunk with pollen, wanting more pollen. Mommy, I am you when you were me now. When I was young and you were old. Now I'm old like you used to be. I am you like you were when you were me now. I look at the mirror and I go, what's my mother doing in my mirror? This one's called Transplanted Best Friend. When I was a middle-aged child, my best friend was Lisa. We visited and talked on the phone. Now Lisa has passed on, but I have a brand new best friend living across the hall. We pass notes as if kids in grammar school, and we eat together sometimes. I always like having a special friend. Buckets. When I was 6, I had a tin bucket that was colorful and rusty. It held sand but not water. Yet Bucket and I went to the beach daily to enjoy sun, sand, and water. Now I'm old. I have a make-believe bucket list. And all I want to do before I die, before I kick the bucket, is when I was 6, and had a bucket. This bucket has holes. So sometimes when I put water in it, it leaks out. I cannot control what stays and what leaks out because what often sand leaks out with water. So there's never been a bucket in my life that holds all I want to hold. Downsizing. A poem or a song should be written about downsizing. When I was a teenager, the buzzword was junior prom. Then it was talk about getting married, then having babies. Now I'm in my 70s and have many friends there too. What do we talk about now? Downsizing. Downsizing has created a new look for my apartment. Parts of it look new, like a minimalist would have. Giving away treasures to younger family or friends ensures they have a longer life. Like at Easter time now with me hunting for places to put treasures. Downsizing has its own beat. At first, the act is slow. Then it gets going, it picks up speed. Downsizing. The song or a poem should be written about downsizing. Senior circus. There is a senior circus, and I'm sure you know what I mean. Those seniors who dazzle us with amazing acts like going to Rome off the surgery table. and of running marathons in their 80s and working with sharp minds into their 80s. Well, there is a senior circus, and I'm sure you know what I mean, but I'm a lazy old senior southern dog, swatting flies in the shade. I cannot dazzle you with any amazing circus acts. Just smiles. We are friends in the sunset of our lives. We're not exploring jazz clubs late at night in the city. We're not bridesmaids at each other's weddings. We're close but quiet and subdued. We're friends in the sunset of our lives. But good friends, as good friends always are, no matter what age. Doctor, please. Doctor, please do not tell me anything else that would be good for me. I'm terribly exhausted doing it all and need to just rest. And do not strain to do well. Just need to absorb and calibrate and do nothing new. Hope you can understand I'm seriously on overload and cannot take on anything new. I wonder if any of you ever feel that way. The city is so full of things to do. Events, lectures, concerts to expand your awareness, deepen your knowledge. I'm sitting in a coffee shop, not reaching to expand my awareness, not striving to get in shape, just being what I am right now. Not geared up to improve anything, just being what I am and enjoying it. My mother used to say, you'll die young if you don't get more sleep. If you don't eat all your vegetables, you'll die young. Well, I did not always get proper amount of sleep, but I still don't always eat all my vegetables. But I'm here to say I did not die young. Stuck in traffic. My life these days is stuck in traffic. Broken toe, so wearing medical boot. No long walks, no fun parties. Being stuck in traffic brings its own rewards. Telephone conversation to cousins, eating with friends that I'd ignored because so active. Stuck in traffic, a chance to look yonder at scenery and to paint it in my mind. Stuck in traffic is a common oasis of time to do nothing, and waiting to do. Just a chance to choose what to do. A poem is kicking at the door of my mind. Not now, I lazily replied, half asleep. Later. There is no later. I want to come in now and be seen. Later, I would have vanished. Is that up? Is it up?
It's not. You have 10 more minutes.
Oh, okay. Today, my soul is tap dancing on sunshine, favorite music, beautiful scenery, beautiful, perfect, all staged for happiness. Today, my soul is tap dancing in sunshine. Wow, the wind is perfect, no flaws, not even one little bug buzzing. Close overhead, widespread blackbird wings, carrying my heart on one wing, my soul on the other wing. I walk along sad gray rocks with tears frozen on their cheeks. A bug wearing thick steel jacket sneaks by. A poem comes to me. A poem comes to me like a written letter from a friend. I do not write poetry. It comes to me, all written. I see you there, round face smooth, peeking in my window as I sleep. Your face so perky and round. But you choose not to send warmth. Just look at me with your very round face. I'm cold and I could use warmth. The yellow blanket of your rays would feel so nice. But you choose to just stare with your perfect face. This morning I received an email from a friend who said he had stress in his life. Stress, the current fashion. I'm thinking of women who wore corsets and bones in their bras. That was the fashion. I remember having to sleep face down on pillow because of metal hair rollers in my hair because curly hair was the fashion. So today, stress and uncertainty, the fashion. Lilac tree would hold me in its arms in the spring, and I'd be soothed by the scent and lovely purple. The farm was sold, house torn apart and changed. The blessed lilac tree lived on each year. I'd go visit and make branches ready to hold me. But alas, I'm an adult now, and a large size adult, unable to fit into a lilac tree. But on my yearly visits, I praise and connect with its hospitality and comfort. I feel a poem coming on, like the ocean curling into itself, preparing to lunge and splash, covering all rocks nearby. I feel a poem coming on, my back arched up like a cat ready to hiss and spray. I feel a poem coming on. Soon there'll be my cloudburst and my rain words, drenching words, plenty of rain words. I feel a poem coming on. Soon, very soon. I promise you, I've got some kind of allergy. I even have an appointment to go see an allergist. My gosh, it's harder to see than the Pope. I think my appointment's in, what is it? A couple months from now. First one he could get me. Oh, I was driving along going up north, and I was looking at the cows. Cows are smart enough to sit in the shade. Some only partially sit in the shade. I need to learn to sit in the shade, cool thoughts, cool places, out of critical sun. The shade soothes me, cooling, refreshing people, whereas sticky, prickly people burn me and make my soul sting. Time, a galloping horse is whirling me along so fast. My hearer is wild and I'm a bit dizzy. We gallop through my calendars, I flip pages on the run. What happened to slow days when crickets serenaded? Or days where we could say, isn't it nice everyone is away? Or days when there was plenty of parking. We're two brass andirons, standing together, holding logs from the ashes. We stand together whether the flames are hot or dormant. There's a timeless quality to our standing upright, polished. We are always side by side, even though not attached. Two andirons keeping the logs from the ashes. Non-involvement. She goes to the zoo, looks at the animals, but does not feed them. She goes to the art museum, sees the statues, but doesn't feel them. She went to the beach, but never allowed the salt to sting her. She shook his hand, but never held it. I think this will be one of my last ones dockside. My boat is in a harbor these days. It's rocking gently and not traveling anywhere. It feels good to just be in a harbor with the charts folded and the compass ignored. There aren't any train whistles haunting me in the night. I'm not concerning myself about the morning, when the distant winds will call me and faraway sands will beckon. Questions of future plans, buzzing flies, I brush away. I'm not looking around the bend. There are no winds pushing me to move. It's enough for now to be very much nestled here in this harbor, with my sails folded and my engine off. Soft waves lapping against my sides, so very soothing. My boat is in a harbor these days. It's rocking gently and not traveling any place. I'm a word painter. I carve sentences out of soapstone and rub my hand over them until they're smooth. I'm a balloon woman. Many colorful balloons follow me. I can choose which ideas, which plans, or which person to see it win. Easily I can let one balloon float away, and I can let the air out. I would like to be a squirrel, easily running up and down tree trunks. I'm a gold panner, finding gold nuggets of poetry in people who thought there weren't any. And this, I think, will be the last one. I'm being very present and focused, which I feel you've all been very present and focused with me. I'm very grateful for that. Good talks, like playing badminton on a slightly warm summer afternoon. You'd hit wide the plastic birdie ping, and then I'd return it ping. And so back and forth, looking to the air. Satisfaction when connected with our ideas and thoughts. I miss the back and forth of our ideas and thoughts on a slightly warm summer afternoon in the country. Thank you all so much for coming and your presence and your ears, and it's really, really enjoyed this time with you. Thank you.
A glimpse of your soul.
There's wine and water over there, and books, free books if anybody wants any. And I'm going to be doing a poetry festival the 18th of November at 3rd and Fulton. I'd love to have you come. It's free. There's a flyer over there about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.